Now let's talk about connecting FileMaker to wrap up our kind of configuration section. So you'll notice that right now my web publishing engine is turned off, or my master machine is turned off, so I'm going to turn that on. WebDirect is disabled. I'm going to enable WebDirect. That allows WebDirect access. My data API is disabled. I'm going to turn that on. Plugins, I'm going to allow plugins here. I'm going to allow the script engine to install plugins so I can install server plugins. And then for ODBC, this will let people connect to FileMaker using ODBC, JDBC. So these are all methods under this connectors tab. These are all methods that allow other outside services or scripts to use FileMaker and connect to FileMaker. Most of this runs through the web publishing engine. The data API runs on its own engine. But you have to come in and enable these things, and you need the privilege sets in your files in order for them to work. In order to connect FileMaker to other data sources, usually you're using something called ESS in FileMaker. That's external SQL source. And what that allows you to do is use FileMaker as a front end to something like MySQL or SQL. So on the FileMaker server, if you configure that connection, then none of your users will actually need to install that connection because the server is doing the connection to that data. So in order to set that up, I'm just going to show you the utility you need. I'm not going to go through all the directions for it. So go to the C drive, I'm going to go to Windows, and we're going to go to System 32. And we're going to type ahead for ODBC, and here it is. It is a utility called ODBC AD32. Now, even though it says 32 there, you'll notice that when you open it up, it says ODBC Data Source Administrator 64-bit. Now, to connect to your MySQL or SQL database, you're going to go to the System DSN tab. That'll allow the server to use it from the system level. Hit Add. Choose your driver, the SQL server. This may or may not be the right one for FileMaker, but you get the idea. So you're going to go through and connect to your database, then your database will be available to your server, and that will make it available to your users. So that's where you need to go to connect there. A pro tip, if you just drag this and drop it in the taskbar down here, you can pin it there so you don't always have to go back to it. You can just open it up from your taskbar now.